In this video, we'll cover breakout rooms, how students can ask for help in a breakout room, and also take a quick peek at polls. So now I'm a teacher and I have one student in my classroom. And if I go down to breakout rooms, it's going to ask me, do I want to automatically put kids into rooms and how many rooms do I want to have? With one student, that's pretty straightforward. Manually is kind of nice too. You can say how many rooms, and then you can kind of drag and drop, or I guess you checkbox all the kiddos. Now, one thing I did hear people suggest would be if you allow students to rename themselves, you can post ahead of time what your rooms are going to be about if they have different topics or they're about different books, different assignments, and you can ask kids to put the number that they want to be in the front of their name, so then it's really easy for you to put all the number ones and put them in breakout number one. But I'm going to go ahead and create breakout rooms. Because I chose manual, I need to click the assign button, put that student in the class, and open all of my rooms. Now on the student side, they see a pop-up and it asks them if they'd like to join, or if they have the option of later. Now I know there's been some concern about breakout rooms, and if a student needs any help, whether there's something inappropriate going on or they need help with their work, there is a button there that says ask for help. And I would really point that out to students so that they know there's always a way to call on you. And if they click the ask for help button, then they get a second pop-up that says you can invite the host to this breakout room for assistance. And nobody in their group is going to know that they clicked that button. Now on the teacher side, you are going to get the pop-up and it's going to tell you who invited you over and what room they're in. And now you can simply click join breakout room and you're going to be part of their group. So here you can see I renamed some of my breakout rooms, and that made it really easy to assign people to those rooms. So to get some extra options, simply click on the options button. And here you'll see you have things like, do you want to automatically push people into different rooms? Do you want to allow them to return to the main screen during their session? You can also set a timer. So maybe you want groups to meet for 10 minutes and then they'll automatically pop into the main group. And you can also do things like set a countdown timer so they can start to wrap things up. So a couple last things in breakout rooms is once I have my students in a breakout room, I can broadcast a message to everybody and they'll just get a little pop-up across the top. This is my countdown. This one already ended, and so then I got a pop-up if I wanted to automatically close those or if I wanted to extend them. And if I click extend, maybe I send a message that everybody gets 5 more minutes, and after 5 more minutes, then I can manually close. So to get started with polls, you're just going to go down to the very bottom and click on polling. Now, I already set one up for this earlier, but if I hadn't, I would just click on edit. So once I'm on the website, I can enter a title for my poll. I can make it anonymous, put a question here, make it single choice or multiple choice, and put my answers. And then down below, I can add more questions if I choose to. So here's an example of one that we used earlier today. So which program would you like help with? It was not anonymous. They could choose one option and that was it. So when I'm done, I can scroll to the bottom and click save. And I can now launch my poll. So now my poll is up and running in my Meet. And as people enter their answer, it's going to update live. And when I'm all done, I can end the poll. And I can share those results. And now it's a pop-up on everybody else's Zoom as well. So that's the built-in poll. And there is also things like the built-in whiteboard, but you don't have to use their tools. With Zoom, you can use any whiteboard. So Whiteboard FI is one we mentioned earlier. You can always use Google Forms if you wanted something that was a little bit more robust, but those are the options built in here.